and I want to switch the conversation to where you guys are going is pride in ownership, right? Leo, you mentioned becoming an adult and having that sense of I've kind of made it and arrived. And George, you mentioned having control over your space. So let's expand on that a little bit. What does that mean for the lifestyle of your clients?
George?
Well, right now I'm seeing a lot of, different mindset around COVID, and we're going to go into a little bit more about that. But, touching based on, do you want space? We're in a situation with this pandemic. We don't know how long it's going to last. So do you want to be in a building with 20 other units? Are you more comfortable in a building with 4 units? Are you more comfortable, let's face it, there's a certain amount of mindset of folks moving away from the cities, right? We're seeing more purchases around suburbia. So, to me, that's right now in this second in the market, I'm seeing that as a driving force. So
one of the interesting things, and you touched on this a little bit, is people are taking, and this is something you really can't do if you rent the apartment. They're taking their living spaces and reconfiguring them if they own them to meet the home work or the work at home environment that we're in. Right? They're turning that second bedroom or third bedroom or den or dining room or family room into a home office, building walls, putting in shelving, built-in cabinets, making it something very livable, something they can be comfortable in. You can do that with furniture, but not nearly to the same level that you can if you own the place and can actually modify it, right?
Right.
So yeah, to touch upon that, I think it's kind of two different paths that you're looking at, right? I mean, touching upon the COVID situation, you're talking about almost buying in terms of necessity and current events or events that might be happening in order for your safety or your family's safety or for your job. Now your job is 5 feet away instead of.
And who knows if that's going to change anytime soon. Sorry to interrupt.
Correct. So, but the other aspect of how we were using the analogy of today, I feel like an adult because I've purchased. That's more of an accomplishment where you could look at it in two different situations. Of course, we have buyers right now that are buying out of necessities or they're changing lifestyle or for safety measures, right? For leaving the city, because it seems like with all the statistics and everything, we're being told that being in less congested areas, of course, are safer for us. But of course, we're looking on the other aspect where, aside from COVID, if it was just a normal, what we were before March, people still have the necessity and want to buy because their family's growing. But I also want to stress that I have also seen that, people in their 50s, even older, that have been renting forever. They almost feel like, I'm just going to continue to rent. But I'm starting to see people rethinking their plans. And no matter how old you are, I think it's important to consider buying a home because, again, there's just so much benefit to it and it creates flexibility. And of course, with the way the market is with these low rates, it's almost free money. So it's definitely something to consider.